Hello everybody and welcome. Thank you for joining me and I hope you're having a good day. We are playing Ultimate General American Revolution, not Civil War today. This was a game that I knew was coming out, but I wasn't expecting it to go to early access. I had not even realized it was about to come out in early access. Now it is a bit of a hard early access, meaning it's not on Steam. You actually have to buy it off their website, download it from their own browser, and yeah, they have their own oh, sort of like game launcher that you have to play it off of if you want to have access to the early access edition. But played around a little bit in it already. It's definitely a learning curve over the other Ultimate General games where those are more linear and you just play battle to battle. This is a open world game, similar in vein to the Total War series rather than the Ultimate General series. But I believe it's a very good mixture of both, and we're just going to go ahead, we'll launch into the campaign. You can play skirmish battles, which are based off real life battles. The campaign doesn't, from what I can tell, doesn't offer historical battles. It might in the fall release, who knows. At the moment, the only historical battle that we'll play is the Battle of Lexington and Concord, or rather Concord is really not there's really nothing to do with really either one of them. Well, we'll get to it. I'll talk about it when we get to it. But as for right now, from what I've encountered, that's the only historical battle that you actually play. Everything else is up to you to decide the course of the war. So we're gonna go ahead and launch into the campaign. If you played the Ultimate Admiral series, the sort of intro like this is gonna be something you're familiar with. It's a bit different than the Ultimate General Civil War series, uh, but the same premise. You sort of pick your sort of life up to the point of the war, and it gives you different stats and buffs based off that. So far, we only have access to the American campaign, so that's what this choice is here. I'm not going to read off the choices, but I'll give you some time so you can read what you would choose. But as you can see, this would normally be where you would choose either the British or the American campaign.
I was the first child in the family.
Let's go with, we're going to do a little bit of a play on my YouTube name. We're going to go C Bandit, but instead of just putting the letter C, we'll spell it out.
Child, I took on much of the
It's a bit stupid, but
for my
whatever.
younger brothers and sisters.
So this is where you really start getting into your choices. As you can see, you could pick between 3 traits: leadership, dominance, and responsibility. And leadership offers you perception and intelligence. So if we go up here, that boosts range attack efficiency as well as line of sight radius boost. Well, increases general line of sight radius and boosts unit attack range damage. So that definitely will help in firefights. You have perception and willpower. So again, boosts range attack efficiency, and willpower boosts morale regeneration and decreases units morale damage. So that's really more of a morale buff. And then responsibility, which gives you intelligence, endurance, and willpower. So the only one we haven't looked at yet is endurance, which is efficiency and boost conditioning. I think the one I want to go with, although having better troops in firefights is good. Obviously, it's a game where you're playing battles in lines. I think I want to go with perception and willpower, because that's going to give me both a boost to efficiency, but also that morale. And especially early on in the war, I think morale is going to be pretty big for us.
At the age of 11, I lost my father, and the responsibility for all family affairs passed to me. Plantation management and financial matters became part of my daily routine.
So again, trainer is the stat. Now this one doesn't affect any of these stats from what I can tell. It just gives you a boost to the spotting range of your general. Bigger commander order if you go with tactics, or strategy, which gives you a boost to your general speed. Now this only affects your general. I think I'm going to go with spotting range, because I believe this also not only affects in battle, but also on the grand map. And seeing as, especially early on in the game when you don't have access to cavalry, having a greater line of sight and spotting range for your general is going to be a pretty big deal. Like I said, I haven't figured out completely whether this affects your, if it affects on the grand map or only in battle. But
I
we're going to
spent
go
my
with that
adolescence
anyway.
studying and managing the family's plantation. My mentor and older half-brother, who was like a father to me, died during our trip to Barbados. His loss affected me greatly.
Now this one is going to give you a negative buff, based off the loss of your brother, I guess. So it's alienation, which -3 endurance, -3 charisma, depression, which is endurance and willpower, or pessimism, which is just endurance. So basically you're losing, no matter what, you're going to be losing efficiency and condition. And then charisma, you're losing melee damage, and then with willpower, you're losing some of that morale regeneration and morale damage. I don't want to take too much of a hit to endurance, so I don't want to do that last one. And I honestly don't want to take any loss to charisma, because that's going to be melee damage, and the British like to go into melee. So I think the best choice, especially seeing as our willpower is pretty high at the moment, would be to take that negative against willpower.
At the age of 20, I was appointed commander of the Virginia militia, in part due to my organizational talents. Tensions over control of the Ohio River Valley eventually sparked the French and Indian War. I was able to apply my skilled management to help prepare my troops.
Alright, so we can do inspirational speeches. Again, gives you more willpower. Resilience gives you more stamina. And then shooting training, which is a buff to your firearms. Again, these two don't affect any of these stats necessarily. At least I don't think you got it. But then this one also gives you a boost of willpower, which again is your morale. Which again, I really think early game morale is going to be a pretty big factor, especially until you unlock our main army units. Really, when you're dealing with the militia, it's probably going to be best to have some good morale. So we're going to
We fought well,
do a boost to
capturing
morale
several
there.
French forts, and in spite of some setbacks, we succeeded in driving out the French. My attempts to secure a commission in the army were thwarted by English officers with little respect for my abilities, so I decided to resign. My next steps were...
Alright, so this is one you get a buff to money. You get 10,000 extra starting gold, a buff to reputation, and a buff to negative tensions with natives. I don't know if natives is really going to affect us. The early access at the moment only goes to the first year of the war, and I've yet to encounter any Indians, so I'm not sure whether that's really going to affect us for this playthrough. Reputation could be good, because you could use reputation to automatically complete things on your tech tree. But I really think money, I've always run into financial issues, so I think going with money is going to be the big one.
Afterwards, I ran for and was elected to the Virginia House of Burgesses. In 1774, I was elected as a delegate to the First Continental Congress in Philadelphia. There I helped secure...
Alright, and again, I think this is the last one. You could either choose to receive a warship right as you begin, a militia unit right as you begin, or 1,000 muskets right off the bat. And honestly, I think, again, having a little bit of an idea what to expect, both of these two are going to be really good. The warship, I haven't chosen that one yet, so I don't even know what the warship you get is. If it's a good warship, that could be pretty beneficial, because one of the big strikes against you getting gold early game is the fact that you can't, all your supply lines are cut via sea routes by the British blockades. But I'm not going to go with that this time. I really think having the additional militia unit, especially as we're going to try and want to take Boston relatively early. We don't want them to really build up their forces too much. I think that's really, having the extra militia unit, I think is really going to be the boon we need here early
Tensions with
game.
England have reached
The
a breaking
muskets would
point.
also be
In the
important,
near
but
future, a
especially since I'm going to
confrontation
go to
will
try
break
and cut
out, and
Boston
I will
off
have
from
to
the
use
British
all my experience to
relatively
fight for the
early.
independence of
I
the
think it's more
colonies.
effective if we have some more units. We are going to play on normal difficulty. I have tried playing on hard and ultimate. There is some balance, even with a few patches. I feel like there's still some balancing issues with the game. Right now there's only 4 portraits to choose from. Let's go with this guy. I think he looks hilarious. So we'll play with him. So yeah, I definitely recommend playing on normal. Or even easy if you're not even familiar with Ultimate General Games yet. But I guess if you're watching my channel, my fledgling channel, then you probably are, seeing as that's pretty much all I've played. But yeah, so let's go. Again, willpower is... Actually, intelligence ended up being my #1 skill. Little low on charisma and endurance, but oh well. So let's go. Sea Bandit, let's go. Alright, so here we go. Arrival. I hired 2 regiments, one from Pennsylvania and one from Virginia, to support the Patriot cause. I traveled to Massachusetts with 2 regiments, eager to join the fight against the British. The Patriot Army was in need of reinforcements, and the arrival of 2 hired regiments is a welcome sight. I must quickly integrate the new soldiers into battle plans and lead them into action. Alright, so the first thing we are going to do, well, one, we have all these units at our disposal. We even have a unit up here in Portsmouth that we are going to start moving down to Leicester. To do that, we just got to leave the garrison, select them again, because there's no way I can hold Portsmouth with just those 90 men, so hopefully we can skirt by. In fact, I'll try and draw them down into Leicester. And we also can upgrade these units. We're going to give them discipline training. Which gives us the willpower and efficiency. You could do stamina and efficiency, but again, especially with these militia units, I definitely want some willpower. Give them that morale buff. And we have this unit down here, which I believe, yes, also can be upgraded. And we are going to go ahead, I'm going to move them to about here. And I'm also going to go ahead, because as you can see, we have room for one more army unit, and we actually get another one after the Battle of Concord. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately come in here, and I'm going to create another army unit. And I don't think we can even look at the moment. I don't think we have any artillery in our coffers yet, so I don't think it'd be even worth... Oh, it tells you right there. Oh, we do. So let's go ahead. We can actually, we have 4 of the Galloper guns in our arsenal, so we can actually go ahead and add an artillery right off the bat. So we are going to create this unit. Now it is going to take a little bit for them to come to full strength. As you can see, they only start with 80 men, but as the days pass, they will go to full strength. That will put us at our 5 regiment size, I believe. No, we actually only have... We have 4 at the moment. I guess it doesn't necessarily count yet until the day goes by. I'm not sure. Maybe I just had to hit play for that to go by. And for these units, yeah, one of these units will move Lee and have him come through here. Now there is a reason I'm moving him this way, and we'll have this guy come across the top towards Providence. We're gonna have all these guys move towards Providence. The reason I'm sort of splitting my army right at the beginning is to basically surround these both Providence and Newport. That way they can't escape once I start attacking them, except possibly towards Middleborough. Hopefully that's going to happen. So let's go ahead and hit play, and basically we're just going to wait until the Battle of Concord pops up. As you can see, there's 240 men in Providence at the moment, and another 240 in Newport. And like I said, we are just currently moving all these forces into positioning to attack these two towns and take them pretty quickly outright. I believe at the turn of the day is when we will see the Battle of Concord pop up. It's to note that these Lee and McBee, believe, are your, oh, here we go. But I believe they're your Fusiliers, like your more regular army units, not militia. Alright, so the Battle of Concord and Lexington, Patriots have stored valuable military supplies in the town of Concord. The British have taken notice and now approach with a significant force. Will you help them to defend? We are definitely going to do that. So yeah, here we go. Like I said, we're definitely going to do it. No reason not to. You're not using your own troops for this battle. This one sort of acts as like a tutorial battle. And there's really almost no way you can lose. As long as you don't give up too much ground at the beginning. Because as soon as the British take the point that you have to defend, they win. But you get so many troops, you outnumber the British by a lot. So I think this is actually supposed to represent after the Battle of Lexington, after the initial attack on Concord at the Battle of Northbridge, as the British came marching back to Concord, that's when more Patriots had arrived, more men had arrived, and began harassing the British as they reapproached Concord the second time. And that's where most of the British casualties actually happened. The British are attempting to advance to Concord and seize Patriots' stashed weapons and ammo. The stashed weapons and ammo are vital for our cause and must be saved at all cost. We have reports that Patriots from all near counties are on their way. We must slow down the British. We must slow the British down until they arrive. Good luck, General. Alright, so let's pause. We're going to get all these initial units up pretty quickly. This unit here, we're going to move up to capture that farmhouse. This one we're going to swing out maybe up to here. These Minutemen, basically these are skirmishers. Don't expect them to do too much early on. Really, we're just trying to delay the British until we get more of our heavier infantry in our reinforcements. Let's go ahead. We're going to hold. Now, something you could do in this game just to help out your troops a little, you could put them into hold, which makes the first rank drop, and it gives you a better defensive posture. So you take less casualties this way. Come on, get off a volley. And then we'll fall back. We don't want the British to get into melee with us. Of course, they'd launch a volley right in our face, which is not ideal. Where's that other? We'll take sort of this ground over here. Looks like there's a bit of a high ground over here. It's hard to tell in this game. At least I think. What's this do? This is just their sight lines. Not really sure. Yeah, well, seeing as we're out in the open, we're gonna put them in a hold stance. Try and take less casualties. Again, just delaying them long enough for our other forces to make their way onto the battlefield. These are just more Minutemen, so I think we're going to continue to use these forces to delay. Let's see if we can't get these guys up onto the British flanks, onto their right flank over here. Again, we should be getting some bigger units here shortly. For some reason, falling back your troops stops the British from charging. Not sure why that is. We're going to have to give up some positioning here. That's starting to wrap around our flank there. We got some more troops coming in. I don't think they're on the field enough for me to start selecting them. Oh, they are. There we go. Again, more militiamen that we're going to bring up to help hold these positions. Yeah, this was one of our first big units. So let's go ahead and get him up into this area over here. We might want to bring him up at a run here in a minute if we start losing ground quicker than I want. Again, these British are starting to wrap around our flank, but hopefully these troops can get up and hit them from the side. They're really starting to turn our flank there. Again, hopefully these guys can get up and help. Oh, they are right in our face here. Get out of there. He is routing. Why don't you get back to that defensive position? You also fall back. Fire into those guys. Alright, rerouted him. Let's go ahead and start falling back this unit as well. Let's get out of there as quickly as you can, guys. Don't take too much. Alright, this first unit is almost here. Let's get up at a run because they are coming back pretty fast on us. That unit's going to have to try and delay a little bit longer. We are probably going to have to start bringing up all the rest of these guys at a run. Let's actually get him up there at a run. Have him take this more middle position. Alright, this militia's holding pretty well on their flanks. Same with these guys up here, but our middle is nearly completely broken. We have some units that are coming back to the field. They're going to have to try and help out that unit that just got up there. We're just going to have to charge them in. We are starting to get more of our guys in. Couple more skirmisher units that will actually be a little helpful because they can move a lot quicker. Alright, we forced back that first initial wave that the British sent in. And our skirmisher units are really holding these flanks pretty well, actually. At least slowing them down. They're not doing really too much casualties, but they are slowing them down, which is really what we needed. Alright, so we beat back that initial wave. So let's start getting some of these guys into defensive positions. And we are starting to get the bulk of our reinforcements in. So with these guys, we are just going to move forward once we get that other unit in. We are just going to have them come right up into the face of the British. Same with this unit over here. Maybe start helping out these skirmishers up on the flanks up here. I'm actually surprised how well these guys have held our flanks. I think that's the best we've actually held the flanks. But we did break in the middle more than I usually do playing this battle. Let's have the larger unit take that position. Well, we did lose one of our groups of Minutemen up here. So let's have these guys turn and meet them while we wait for this 250 man unit to come up. And we just got the other three that are coming in, so we got about 1,000 troops on this side of the field. And we're just gonna march right up onto their flank over here. Oh, and we got another, so we have 2,500 men. Coming in from this side, another, what? About 500 men coming up. Right into their middle. A lot of our Minutemen are starting to shatter now. But they served their purpose, which was really just holding off the British as much as they could. Actually have that 66 man unit come from that side. We don't need them over there. He's a bit exposed out here. But this is the main unit that's gonna come in and break the British back, I think. So we're just gonna have them come straight down their flank here. Once they arrive, we'll have these guys sort of, actually they're charging in. Hopefully we'll overwhelm them with just our numbers here. The British are technically better fighters than we are. A lot better. Like if you take a look at our, it's literally 1, 1, 1, and 2 for speed. So they're much better fighters than we are. If we were to be able to take a look at theirs, I think theirs is like 3, 4, 3, something insane like that. Come on, pursue them. Just keep them, keep in pursuit of them. Now that you have them on the ropes. they realize what position they're in. Not the best. How are they blocked? Who's in front of them? You know what? Let's just use our numbers. We'll go in. We'll break this unit. I guess they didn't have the efficiency. But yeah, their condition is pretty low from marching all the way across there. Let's use these Minutemen and try and get up on the flanks here. Yeah, their conditioning was not very good. They lost most of their conditioning before they even reached the battle, and I didn't even run them up. Alright, let's have them take that defensive position. Continue. Let's just see if we can't use these guys, these 1,200 men, on the flank here to just break their backs. Although, oh yeah, they finally forced that British unit out. Now, why? I don't understand what's going on with that. That's a little bit of a bug. Our flank here is actually being tested. Let's move this bigger unit over. I don't want to get flanked. Get them on a run. Take out on that position. We do have some units that are starting to rally over here that we can bring up. Let's cut off some of their retreat. There's also that ammo wagon, but I don't think it really matters in this battle. I don't think we actually take anything from this battle. Alright, get off a volley and then I'll probably charge you. Oh, they're charging in, so we might as well counter charge. Alright, we're seemingly breaking the British, so let's keep marching forward here over here. And then let's get these guys right up onto their flank. Got a British unit out here we can probably take on with our Minutemen. Alright, let's start swinging these guys out of these positions and swinging them around their flank. Actually, just put them in the defensive position. Let's keep swinging these guys around their flanks. Move this guy along the flanks as well. Let's get this guy right up on their flank there. Oh, we took some prisoners there. Desperately, it looks like they're trying to take them back. What's this unit up there? That's their supply wagon. Not too worried about that. Alright, let's pursue with these Minutemen, and then these guys will swing down. Alright, we're trying to cut off the British avenue of retreat. They might be starting to retreat too fast for us to cut them off, though. Maybe we could try running some of these guys. They have no stamina to be able to run. Oh, they're getting desperate. They're just charging our guys. Pursue those guys. I got nobody else. Let's go ahead and swing out with these guys. This battle's pretty much over at this point, though. We're really just waiting for them to rout off the field. Getting a lot of them starting to surrender now. Where's the other surrendering units? Then we got another one to surrender. Another one there. Like I said, at this point, we're just waiting for this time to run out. There's really no point in fighting the battle after it's run out. You guys got pretty good conditions to charge into that unit. Like I said, I don't think any... It's not like in Civil War, where like a lot of the arms you can capture if you keep fighting the battle. I don't think there's anything like that in the game just yet, or it doesn't seem to be. That's not how it works. And because this isn't a battle of our choosing, as in like we didn't start it on the campaign map, these forces won't drop supplies, which is one of the things that will happen. And that's sort of the same thing as the sort of dropping of the goods gathering at the end of the battle in the Civil War, Ultimate General Civil War. So we're gonna go ahead and end it. So there we go. We took 1,000 casualties. So we actually took more casualties than they did. Actually, it was pretty much even when you count all the people we captured. We didn't get any of our guys captured, but they lost almost over 3/4 of their force. But again, this doesn't have any effect on the grand map, so not too big of a deal. So you can see all these captured units. I guess, are these, did our guys get captured? No, I don't think so. These must, I guess because we took them, they count as our guys at the end? I don't know. That's a little weird. I don't think any of our guys got captured, because yeah, we captured 5 units. Yeah, I think that's the British units that got captured. But I do like this, how it tells you how many like heavy casualties or the units destroyed, medium casualties, light, medium. I do actually like that. I think I'd rather... I don't know, because it does sort of show you, I believe that's how many men are left out of how many you started with. Alright, so glorious victory. We pushed the British back, kept our supplies, and picked up loot from the withdrawing enemy. Moreover, we now have a full regiment of militia patriots willing to fight for us. So yeah, there's that additional unit we got. And yeah, as you saw at the end of the day, now we have 6. So we did end up having 5. Now we actually have 1 more than we would have been able to have. And now we are starting to get that 1 unit coming down from the north there. We're going to have McNair join up down here. Oop. So let's continue to march with McBee to the north here. Blackwood is in position. And like I said, Wayne will be joining us here, although he only has 1 small little unit. So we're just going to sort of line up on the borders here. And then we're going to use McBee and McNair to attack Providence. And these two we're going to try and use Blackwood and Lee from preventing any of the British from retreating to the west here. If they retreat towards Middleborough, it'll be okay. We don't want them retreating to the west. Go ahead and bring up my general. We could fight this battle. I think I'm just going to let it play out, because usually when you jump into battles where you highly outnumber them, the British will just start retreating anyway. So by letting it play out, at least you have a chance of outright defeating them. I think I'm actually going to maneuver McNair to the east a little here to prevent any escape to the west. I think that might actually be a good move. Alright, Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. The Continental Congress commissioned you as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. You were selected over other candidates based on your previous military experience in the hope that a leader from Virginia could help unite the colonies. Which is interesting, because I am from Virginia, so that worked out quite nicely, although technically you're just filling the role of George Washington. So yeah, now we are just waiting to take Providence. We actually might go ahead and move Lee in as well. We are taking some significant casualties over what the British are taking. Hopefully just sort of try and overwhelm them. You could double click, which just sort of charges a unit in. If I get desperate here, I might try and do that, but I'm not desperate yet. Again, I kind of want to destroy this whole British unit in detail, but we are taking some time. Oh, that's right, we can assign projects at the HQ. I definitely recommend probably going after the quartermaster first. That will increase the ability to make a larger army. So we are going to assign that project, and honestly, we are going to spend the reputation. Yeah, we are going to spend the reputation to automatically complete it at the end of the day. So we do have to wait to the end of the day to actually complete it. So yeah, we're just waiting. I might go ahead. Let's see what happens if we rush with McBee. See if we can't force them into a retreat. So he definitely is, yeah, exactly. He's retreating from Providence now. We have him on the run. Now we actually have some Massachusetts Patriots that popped up at Leicester. We now have the Quartermaster Department, which gives us a boost to our army size. It may have to wait to the next day, but it should jump up there. Alright, we're going to have McNair hold Providence, and we're going to have Lee and McBee start coming down to take out. In this battle, we might play. Go ahead and move my general down. We actually need the general there if we actually want to play the battle. We might let it play out a little bit first. So the British are getting their first round of reinforcements towards Boston. That's unfortunate. Providence is captured. So we got Providence, which gives us 10 more reputation, which we can use. I did forget about this. Let's see, who would be a good one to fill into this role? So it sort of tells you what statistics or what stats they need to fill the role better. It looks like Richardson here is the better choice. Let's get him going on some wagons. We are going to need them later, especially when we start getting into the winter months. Although, like I said, you only play through the first year. And then we are going to need the engineering department. For building out the things we're going to need in these towns in terms of like production resources and things of that nature. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we can't force these guys out of Newport. Alright, let's... I'm not sure why it's not letting us fight that battle. Okay, so yeah, construct a recruiting house is our next objective, which is why we went ahead and started working towards the engineering department. We are sort of chasing the British now at this point. We're going to charge Lee in. We're not in any risk of having any of our places getting attacked. Not by Connie, but I don't want him to actually escape. I'd rather him not escape. Same of Hilton or Hinton. But it looks like Hinton might escape, unfortunately. Alright, so let's move McBee into Newport and take Newport. McBee also got a upgrade. Well, that's good. So we can choose from Assault Corps, which is more willpower, melee, and stamina, firearms, firearms efficiency, and reloading speed, or marksman training, firearms accuracy, and spotting. It's actually a tough choice. What? These guys are our Fusiliers, right? Or our regular army units? It's hard to tell. I know there's a way. For some reason, I'm not seeing what I want to see. I think Assault Course might be the way we want to go, because again, the British like their melee early on. So let's go ahead and give him. And we go ahead, we get Newport, we get 10 more to our reputation and a warship, the USS Obedient, which we are going to leave in harbor until we get a much larger navy going for us. Now we are going to go ahead and garrison these units. We'll have McBee garrison at Newport. The reason is we want these men to start replenishing. Blackwood is still fighting out here. And the other thing we're going to want to do, what is he missing? We don't have enough guns? I thought we had 4 in the armory. So we don't have enough Galloper guns. But now we have unlocked our market, so we can go in and let's go ahead. We got the money right now. That's not going to be forever though. Let's go ahead and buy 5, because I don't know how many more we need to outfit that unit. And some of the things we're also going to want to start looking at is, can we start increase available recruits? No. That's not what I want. I know there's a way you can edit units, but I can't seem to do that. Maybe I had the quartermaster. Okay, maybe you just can't edit these units? What's going on? So, let's take a look. Let's go ahead and build out this regiment. Let's go ahead and get some more Fusiliers. Not sure what this means yet. I know a lot of other people have said it as well, where it doesn't really tell you what exactly this means. Those two icons, but whatever, we're gonna go ahead and do it. We're gonna apply that. We're gonna have a nice big Fusilier unit over here. Again, we could do it down here by just selecting and editing, but for some reason, is there a reason we can't do it? Maybe because they're moving? I'm not really sure what's going on, why we can't edit some of these units. But yeah, we're gonna upgrade that unit. Blackwood's still out here fighting. Connie just doesn't want to go. Maybe just charge Blackwood in, get into melee with him. Force him to drop some supplies, if nothing else. And we got some more Connecticut Patriots. Not sure where they came from. Where are they? Okay, they just came from here. Again, we can't edit any of these guys. I'm not sure why we can't. Alright, Blackwood, take him out. End it, for God's sakes. We are going to go ahead and move up. See, now I can edit, so that's weird. But we are going to ungarrison these men, move them up into Providence. Not sure how much longer I want Blackwood to charge after Connie. Because again, we want our focus to be on getting ready to assault. Alright, we're already going on the engineering department, so that should be an easy 10 reward. Let's break off Blackwood. He's done enough damage. We need him to start recovering from all this so we can get ready for the assault on Boston. And looks, wow, we took Middleborough without even a fight. It's just some of our reinforcements just popped up there. That's interesting. So what we could do, what we can look at is buying some guns for our Fusiliers, because we want them outfitted with some better weapons. So each one of our Fusilier units is 120 men. So what we could do is go ahead and buy 120 of each of these slightly better weapons. We have the money right now, and I really do want my better units to have better weapons. Minutemen I'm not too worried about. I think, is the Charleville, one of these I thought was a cavalry weapon. Maybe we don't have that yet. Because I know one of these is a cavalry weapon, but I think all these, the Charleville, the Spanish 55, and the Brown Bess, of course, is a, oh, you know what, I just brought the, that was a mistake. That's the one, I brought the short Brown Bess. I didn't mean to buy those ones. That was a big mistake. Dang. Now I'm going to go ahead and buy everything there is in the market for the regular Brown Bess. That was a big mistake. I feel stupid for doing that one. And we are going to go ahead, we're going to start burning out some militia units when we can over here. And how many guns are there to, there must be 5 guns to a unit? Because it said we didn't have enough guns originally. We are going to go ahead and have this guy start moving towards Providence as well. That helps if we exit him. Okay, we did select them. Alright, so we're really starting to build up our forces. How many men are in Boston right now? I'm almost afraid to look. That's actually not as bad as I thought it might be. Little more, well, a lot more than we have right now. Not sure where Wayne is. We're still waiting for him to come down. That's a unit we'll be able to build out and add to our men. Reports changing between relations between other nations. Miami's rising. France and Miami. A lot of this doesn't have any effect on us just yet. I'm sure eventually it will, but at the moment, it doesn't seem to. We got some Pennsylvania militiamen. Where did they pop up? They popped up in over here in Hartford, so let's go ahead, get them going towards the front. Vaughn. Let's go ahead and have him go to Middleborough over here. The problem with having anybody in Leicester right now is the fact that we don't even have. They actually have a lot for troop camping capacity, but they actually don't. They're not part of the supply line, so as you can see, their provisions and everything are not very high right now. So they have 6,000 men now. I'm trying to do some quick math to see how many men we have. So we have Blackwood, let's join the garrison. We have Wayne, let's join up the garrison over here. We have these two, let's join the garrison here at Providence. So we have 800. We have about 2,500. We have another about we'll just say 3,500, 40. We only have 4,200 troops right now. With more on the way. We're out with guns again. So it must be 5 guns that we need for a battery. Let's go ahead, we'll buy one more gun. And I don't think we can make any more militia units at the moment. We don't have enough officers. So now we have the mission to actually capture Boston. Gives us 50 reputation, 20,000 gold. Thing is, we really don't have the troops to do so just yet. What's going on here? Alright, so they are fully supplied now. Now we can also go ahead. We can give them the Charlevoix. We have plenty. And we can give them Spanish 55s. See this is our good unit. We also have another Fusilier unit over here that we could also give weapons to. But I think what I'd rather do is just add some more troops to them. What I could also do, look at Connie just standing there, is now we can go ahead, build out the rest of this unit. This guy's at full strength, that guy's at full strength. We'll apply that, because we don't have any more generals, but we do have the ability to strengthen up all these forces to their max. If their regiments aren't big enough, that right now at least. And at the end of the day today, we should reach full strength on this unit, and we can bring them up. That's going to give us almost, with everything we just added, we should have a little over 5,000 troops that we could attack Boston with. It's very possible we could force some of their units out of Boston. It's getting interesting. It's definitely going to have to be in the next episode, whatever we do. Alright, these guys are now at full strength. So let's go ahead and move them from Newport to Providence. Problem with like going gung-ho towards Boston like this before they get all their reinforcements is if we fail, and we end up having to retreat, we're going to be in a really bad spot. But I'd rather try and take it before they get more reinforcements. Now the reinforcements will still come. So okay, now we have our engineering department, so that's going to be interesting. We do have more reputation that we can be using. Construction, production, infrastructure in Hartford. We can go ahead and do that. I believe it's which management screen? I think it's. And I think you want to select that. I'm trying to remember how to do it. I cannot remember. I've done it once. Started going with the. I think. Oh wait, that's right. I think you go to the colonies management. And then, yeah, I think that's what you're supposed to do. Oh, and we also can assign our doctrines. So, which is also something we could be doing. Which I think right now, I think probably what we're going to want to do the best course of action would just be focusing on construction. No. Let's do recruiting for now. Let's have all these guys focus on recruiting. Because it's a very good possibility we're going to need more troops here shortly. And then the last thing we're going to do before we go, we're going to come to our headquarters. We're going to go to officer recruitment. We're going to assign the project. We're going to use some of that reputation we spent to finish the project. We're also going to assign it. Well, we don't have anybody we can put in chief engineer just yet. Let's go ahead. We'll finish out the day. That way we can hopefully maybe get one more unit created before we attack Boston. Might be our best course of action. Do we still not have enough guns? How many more do we need? Did I not buy? Did I end up not buying that gun? No, okay, it must be we just haven't finished the day since I bought that gun. So let's just very quickly get through today. Alright, New Jersey Patriots offer more ammo, and that's gonna help out later. Not enough guns. What is going on? Am I just not buying? Oh, I bought a 4-pounder. I need a. Jeez. That's what's going on. I'm stupid. Let's take a look. Do we have enough in the market anymore for? We can buy some more Spanish 55s that we can give to one of our Fusiliers. We are burning through our money very quickly, which is not the greatest. Okay, let's give it to the other Fusilier units. No. What are you doing? I said, which one is it? Okay. These guys aren't even up to full strength yet. So we might want to wait a few more days trying to get these guys up to full strength. Before we march on Boston, but I don't want to let it wait too long. We do want to open the projects tree. And to be honest with you, we could do Sons of Liberty really quick and then just complete it really quickly. That way everything goes a little bit quicker. Because we definitely want Army Innovation 1. believe it or not, I see a lot of people go for Continental Army very quickly after Army Innovation 1, but I honestly think getting Benedict Arnold is the better move early on. I kind of want to do Sons of Liberty and then do this, but I think I am going to do Army Innovation first. And I kind of want to just star it out so we can go ahead and start building out, but it's probably not the best idea. So we can go ahead, we'll assign our chief engineer, just so we have a bit of a boost. We'll go ahead and start doing that, I guess. And you know what we didn't do? What I want to do, because especially once we start building out a lot of units, and once we start upgrading to actual regular army units, we are going to end up having a lot of a officer problem. So one of the first things I actually want to do, rather than Hartford, we do want to go ahead and recruit the recruiting house over here. And what we also want to do, didn't the day finish? Maybe not. We do want to build out another militia regiment. I don't think we're gonna add cannons to this one, seeing as we actually let's add cannons to this one. We don't have any opportunities to add cannons to our units. We are gonna have to buy. You know what? Seeing as I already bought one of the 4-pounders, let's go ahead and just buy 4 more of these guys to fill out this unit. And let's just go to the end of the day, see where we're at. And we will probably, next episode, begin our march on Boston. Exciting, huh? Alright. In a stunning turn of events, reports from diplomatic sources indicate that France and Britain have officially entered into a state of war. Tensions between them have simmering for years, but it now appears that hostilities have erupted. Alright, so fortunately, that doesn't really have any effect on us. Why is this dude saying we don't have enough guns? Did I not? I swore I bought that gun. I have the Galloper gun. Do I need 2? What is going on? I really don't understand why it's saying we don't have enough guns. Are we drawing from something else? No. There really is no reason we should be like this new regiment. Where's that new regiment I just bought? Is that this one? I don't know. Where is that new regiment I just bought? I thought it did in Providence. I am really confused. Is this the new unit I just bought? Why isn't... Yeah, let's go ahead and fast forward it one more day and see what the heck's going on. I think I'm going crazy here. I could also just be being stupid, which is probably true. Did I not? I'll be feeling really stupid if I didn't. That's why. Oh, jeez. I didn't hit create. There we go. But this is just saying we don't have enough guns. Why is it saying we don't have enough guns? How many guns do I need in my... I'm just gonna bring it up to 5. And I bought it for the wrong one. Oh well. We'll bring this up to 5. If I have some extras, I can sell it off once I figure out why these units are not filling out. I thought it was 4 guns a battery. I should have more than enough guns at this point. Oh, there you go. We got an extra donation for 2,000. There we go. So how many guns is in a battery? I'm very curious now. It doesn't actually say. Oh well. How are we looking over here? Which is that new unit I just bought? This one. Alright. Yeah, Ezekiel Pride. Alright, we're going to go ahead and march this unit up from Hartford. We'll get them moving. Helps if I get them out of... There we go. We'll get them moving. And that'll be it for this episode, guys. So, thank you all for watching. Next episode, we'll probably look to attack Boston with our fledgling military. They are up to 6,000 now, so it's not looking the greatest for us, but we're gonna go ahead and try it anyway. If nothing else, we should put them on their heels. They even have some cavalry in there, so that's no bueno either. But thank you all for watching, and hopefully next episode we can break the British and it won't matter. Well, bye.